Always happy to have the sparkle, the effervescent Georgia Nicols. Hello.
Hi, it's great to be here. Sparkle and all.
Sparkle and all,
yes.
Giving us our forecast for 2015. And we're going to do 3 segments, just so you know. So we're starting here, then we'll do another one in 10 minutes time, and then we'll do another one at 8:40.
Got it.
But we're kicking off with Aries, Taurus, Gemini,
and Cancer.
Okay, let's dive right into Aries.
Dive right into Aries. Aries, that's their style. Dive right in. Okay, Aries, the good news for Aries is really that last year's gone. Okay, because one of the things that was happening last year is their ruler Mars was opposite them for 8 months, which was very unusual because Mars is normally opposite, let's say, Aries for 6 weeks, once every 2 years. So this was for 8 months, and I'm sure that that caused some marriage breakups. It caused a lot of confrontation with people because it made them sort of angry and annoyed, and people annoyed with them. And anyhow, that's gone. This is all gone. And now, furthermore, boot camp is over for them. Regular readers are going to know what I'm talking about. So for the last couple of years, they've had a hard time where they were getting along on less, relying on less, throwing themselves on their own resources, as it were, and now they're moving into a stage where in their life where they suddenly see where they want to go. They can kind of see it. They've got a plan. It's almost coming together, and they can see it. And so this is exciting for them. It's a great year for relationships for them. And after September, there's a shift for everybody after September, and Aries suddenly starts to get lots of job opportunities. Now, I just hope I'm pacing these right because we don't want to squeeze out Cancer or, on the other hand, like this. So we're moving on to Taurus.
Let's go to Taurus.
Okay, we're moving on to Taurus. Taurus, again, there are 4 signs, by the way, that are going to be very relieved. They're the fixed signs: Aries, Taurus, Leo, Scorpio, and Aquarius. They've had it tough for the last 4 years because Saturn has been square them.
The Leo in me is so relieved.
Oh, I am relieved too.
Right? You're with me.
Actually, I would say that they can feel it. I could feel it by Christmas because it happened just in the beginning of December. So life is easier. So life is easier for Taurus, absolutely. They are going to feel lighter and happier with life. But what their big deal this year is real estate. So they can make money in real estate. They can buy and sell real estate. They can speculate in real estate, or to bring it closer to home, they can just buy stuff for their home. And then, I know that doesn't sound like you're getting stuff if you're buying it yourself, but the point is that this year they feel richer. They feel richer at home, and it's a great time for them to take advantage of real estate opportunities or chances to improve their home, and their family life will improve. So the family members will be nicer to each other, more generous to each other. It's all kind of really nice. And then later in the year, Tauruses should plan for a big vacation after August, September, a fun vacation happening for them. And yes, I'd say that that's a big thing. And Taurus, by the way, real estate's important to them. They're sort of the country squire at heart.
All right, so Gemini says?
Okay, Gemini. Here we are. Gemini, okay, this is kind of a big deal for Gemini. For the first time in 14 years, but really I'd even say 17, I'd say since 1999, for the first time they're sort of coming out. They're making their debut in the world. Because for the last 14 years, they've been trying to figure out who they are and then trying to prove to the world what they can do, and suddenly, ta-da, they jump on top of the table.
It is
and
their
this
time.
is it. Now, they're out there. They're really getting ready. They're going to start to deal with their external world more in the next 14 years. The only downside is this: now that they've jumped on the table and they are empowered, that changes the relationship. And if they've been in a long-term relationship now,
people who are used to them being that introvert.
And they kind of want them to go back, and they're not going to go back. And so this is a bit of a testing time for their relationships. Fortunately, they're very optimistic this year. They're positive thinking. And this is important because first comes your thought, then from the thought, the word, then the word, the action, and then the action becomes habit, and habit becomes character.
Yes.
So
let's talk Cancer.
Absolutely.
So we don't run out of time.
Okay,
we know you want to hear your sign.
Yep. I go on forever.
I know. I can sit and talk to you all day.
Cancer, money, 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 money. That's it. This is the best year in 12 years for Cancers to make more money, get a better job, get a raise, or start to make money on the side, doing something like this. And they're a very frugal sign. They're very clever with their money. They don't like to blow it. They never buy retail. No. And,
I know a couple of Cancers, you couldn't be more right.
I always make jokes about, hey, open your wallet and let a few moths out. But so they can make a lot of money, and they're also privately kind of wondering what they want to really be when they grow up. And I just want to say that the relationships can be a little testy for them, and they should not play dirty because it could go downhill fast.
Come back and bite them. Okay. Well, hit record on your PVR because Georgia's back in 10, minutes, or you can stay with us because you got to find out what's going on here. Here's a look at what you can get on your Kindle. This is an extended forecast from Georgia Nicols, or you can go to her website, which is georgianicols.com. No H.
No
Georgia Nicols. So you're sticking around. Back in just a few minutes with Georgia, and you can also follow her on Twitter. We're having a blast on Twitter right now.